Hello students, so let us discuss Coulomb's law in vector form. So let we are having two charges q1 and q2 separated by a distance r. As these are the like charges, so q1 will exert force on q2 and q2 will exert force on q1. So let F21 is the force on charge 2 due to 1. So we have to define it in this way. F21 force on charge q2 due to q1. R12 is the unit vector pointing from q1 to q2, as this force is from side q1 to q2, right? So we have to define unit vector R12, right? So apply Coulomb's law. What it say? Force between the two charges is equal to 1.4 pi epsilon 0 product of charges, that is q1 q2 upon square of distance r square. As force is a vector quantity, so now we have to take the unit vector, and unit vector is what? R12. Now q2 is also exerting force on q1, and that force is named as F12. So F12 force on charge q1 due to q2. Now this force is from side q2 to q1, so the unit vector will be R21. R21 unit vector from q2 to q1. So now write force on charge 1 due to 2, that is F12, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square R21. Now what we see, unit vector R12 is equal and opposite to minus R21. Why? Because distance from q1 to q2 and from q2 to q1 is same, that is r, but the direction of R12 and R21 are opposite. So therefore R12 is equal to minus of R21, right? So put this value of R12 in the equation number 1, right? So when we'll put this value, what we get? F21 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square minus R21, that is minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square R21, equation number 3. Now if you compare equation number 2 and 3, F12 F21, only the difference is of minus sign. F12 and F21 are equal and opposite. F12 equal to minus of F21. F12, what its value? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. F21, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. q1 q2 q1 q2 r square R21 R21. So F12 is equal to F21, but minus sign is there. But it means that both the forces are equal and opposite, right? So this is the important conclusion we draw from here. That is, action and reactions are equal and opposite. Means Coulomb's law obeys Newton's third law. This is the important conclusion. It is many times asked in the exam. Prove that Coulomb's law obeys Newton's third law. So we have proved it.